So, what is mental health? What's mental illness? What do they both mean? Who has them? Do they affect me? Are you scared to talk about them? Are they taboo? Are you confused?
Let's start from the beginning. Mental health and mental illness are often feared and misunderstood by many people. So, what's the difference between mental health and mental illness? Mental health is your psychological and emotional well-being. We all have mental health, including you watching this video, your friends, teachers, parents, everyone. Mental illness, on the other hand, is a clinical diagnosis that consists of a wide range of conditions, including depression, eating disorders, bipolar disorder, and anxiety. According to the Canadian Mental Health Association, 1 in 5 Canadians will experience a mental illness at some point in their lives.
Still confused? Want to know more? One of the best ways to understand both mental health and mental illness is through a matrix or spectra, meaning that everyone will move among different states of psychological and emotional well-being with or without mental illness. This matrix is called the mental health continuum. The continuum has 4 major identifying parts to it, which are optimal or good mental health, minimal or poor mental health, maximum mental illness, and minimal or no mental illness. Each of the black lines with the arrows represent the spectra that mental health or mental illness stretches upon. Each box explains a person's potential relationship between mental health and mental illness. The top right box explains that a person can have good mental health and not have a mental illness, like when you're feeling happy, safe, and calm at school or at home. The box below that states that people can have poor mental health and not have a mental illness. This includes a person who doesn't have a mental illness but has poor mental health because they didn't get enough sleep, are stressed out for exams and tests, are nervous before doing a presentation, or are worried about what other people think of them. The box between good mental health and mental illness explains that it is possible for someone with a mental illness to have good mental health. For example, someone who has a mental illness may be able to have good mental health at times when they can cope with the stressors in their lives or are surrounded by people they trust in a safe place. The final box shows that someone can have a mental illness and have poor mental health. For instance, an individual who has depression will experience poor mental health at times when they feel isolated, sad, and other forms of emotional distress.
It's important to keep in mind that different people you know and yourself will follow along the matrix differently, and that it can change as frequently as your mental state may change, such as from day to day, hour to hour, and even in minutes. So, how can you take care and improve your mental health? Use coping strategies. Coping strategies are techniques people use to decrease emotional distress, feel relaxed, and to calm down. Easy and common coping strategies include reading, journaling, doing any form of art like drawing or dancing, exercising, and talking to people you trust.